While we're waiting for the coffee pot percolator to perk, I'm going to make my yogurt. And this is the pan I use to make yogurt in. It's a double boiler, stainless steel. When I got this insert, I had to get it on eBay several years ago, because now when you look for double boilers, everybody's selling you double boilers for chocolate, and they're really shallow. And I wanted one that held more like 8 cups. So that's what this is. I'm going to fill it up with milk. I'm going to put the water in the bottom. I'll take the insert out. Move the pan over to the sink. And fill it up with water. There's a mark in the bottom there that you probably can't see. It's a little bit dark. And that's where I fill it up to. Because that's where I use it all the time. Here you can see it now. I'll put that in the back burner, get it out of the way. Put the insert in the pan. Uh-oh. Percolator's perking. So now I have to turn the heat down to really low. And put the timer on. Make sure it's still perking. Put the timer on. Or we do 10 minutes. And start. Make sure it's still perking, barely. Make sure the heat's on. Turn it up a little bit. There we go. Yeah, now it went. It's a little too much, actually, but we'll monitor and turn it down if we need to. And now I'm going to get the milk for the yogurt. Coffee pot's still perking. Check that temp again. Get it down a little more. Okay. I'm going to pour the milk in, the double boiler. I found that a gallon will make 2 full pots in the double boiler. So I'm going to put it pretty close to the top. Okay. Goes the milk. Here's the thermometer. I'm going to watch the thermometer until it goes up to 181. But I figure anything over 175 is pretty good. Up to 200. I don't like it to get all the way up to 200 though. Okay, so we're going to wait for that to boil. Turn the heat on. And wait. It takes about, I don't know, 15 minutes or so to get going. Probably about 20 minutes or so to get to temp. Maybe even a half hour. So we'll come back. This is the bowl I use to cool down the insert for the double boiler. What I do is I put a tray of ice in here, and I add some water, which I'll do later. This is a large mixing bowl, stainless steel. It's the biggest one I could get when I bought them. And you can get them from Gordon's in Michigan, or you can get them online from cooking stores. This is about 2 tablespoons or so. This is one of those mini Ziploc. This is the Glad one. Snap-on containers. What I do is every time I make yogurt, I save a couple of tablespoons that has the cultures in it to add to the milk after it's heated. And then this is the container that the cooled milk goes in. It's not super cool. It's about 118 degrees, I think. So you bring it to 180, and then you bring it down in the ice bath to 118. Then you put it in this container, snap on the lid, you burp it, and then this is the box, the Yogotherm box that I bought to make yogurt in. I've been doing this for I have no idea how many years, probably 8 or more. And then this is, I keep it in here all the time because I have the instructions on the outside. And this is the container that you put the milk in. It's styrofoam lined, and the insert fits right in there. Once it's filled up, you cover it up, and you wait at least 5 hours. I usually wait overnight or later in the day to make it. And I keep the box just to keep it clean, even though it's falling apart. And I wrote the instructions right on the box in case something happens and somebody else wants to make yogurt or I'm not here. Okay, I bought this online from some cheese store when I wanted to start making cheese, which I still haven't really done. I've made mozzarella, but not really cheese. Put this out, no, leave it out, put the box away. Okay, so there's that set up. Leave this over here so I have it ready later. And I'll get my spoon out. Use later. So I'll be all set once the milk starts boiling. Or not boiling, but bringing up to temperature. Let's see how it's going right now. So it's not even, not quite even 75 Fahrenheit. See if that's centigrade on there, or Celsius. Nope, nothing. This is an old thermometer. Okay, so we'll wait. Check on the coffee. Still perking. 3 minutes to go on the coffee. On a low heat. Let's check. Nope, not yet. Temperature. Let's check the temperature on the yogurt milk. So let's see where that is. It's not quite 175, but we're close. We'll be back. Let's check the milk. Oh, the milk is ready. It's well over 175. Kind of hard to see that, but it is. I'm going to turn the heat off on the milk. First thing I'm going to do is put some ice in the bowl, in the ice tray, get it all out. I'm going to fill up the ice tray, make sure I have cold water. Put this in the freezer. Then I'm going to add some cold water to the bowl. Otherwise, the ice cubes sticks down to the bottom. When you put your insert from the double boiler in here, the ice cubes get in the way of the bottom of the pan. So make sure they're really free like that. Turn the water off. And I'm going to go get the pan. Carefully lift the pan. These are the pot holders I use. Keep your eye on the milk because the milk is really close to the top, so you don't spill the milk when you get it over to the sink. And slowly drop it in, keeping your eye on the milk. So you get it in and lift your pot holders out. Then what you do is you get your water ready. You just want some cold water. You want just a little bit. And put it in the pan, in the bowl, just to fill it up near the top or the bottom of the edge of the double boiler insert. near the top of the bowl, kind of. Watch those ice cubes. Don't splatter any water into your milk. Okay, turn that off. Now what you want to do is get your temperature down to 118. So what I'm going to do is leave that there. It's going to float around in there. And I'm going to set the timer on the stove for 5 minutes. I found that 5 minutes is about the time I need for that to cool down. And the ice cubes will be all gone, and the temperature of the water will be warm to touch. The timer just went off. The temperature is actually a little bit lower than I want it to be, but it still works. So I'm going to take it out of the pan and put it in this container. Empty that water out. Get the pan on the drain board. Take the thermometer out. Pour the milk in here. Okay. I'm going to use a scraper, get on any milk that might be in there. Not much, but I always do this anyway. I'm going to mix in the cultures. Stir that in. Put that on. And I'm going to put that inside the styrofoam I showed you. Put the lid handle down so it fits. Put the lid on the counter and wait a few hours. The yogurt is ready. You can wait 5 hours or wait overnight. I usually wait till the next morning. So I'm going to open the container, take the insert out, bring it over to the counter, and both hands. And sometimes there's stuff on the lid, and not really today, but when there is, I'll rinse it off. And then what I do, this is what it looks like inside. And you can see it's kind of thick like yogurt, which it is. And what I do is I take a little bit out, put it in the container that from before, so I have some cultures. I put a little yogurt and a little of the whey liquid in the container. It's supposed to be about 2 tablespoons. And put the lid on, and then I'll put this in the refrigerator for the next time. Now what I do is I have a Chinese soup container, 1 quart container, and I put a strainer in. I've had this for a long time, and I don't know where you can find them anymore. And what I did get was a metal strainer that works pretty good. You can also get these kind now, but they're not as deep as this, so you can't put as much in there. I use this to strain kombucha. So, I don't know, I tried to find these because after a while the strainer part starts to peel off on the inside, but you can't seem to find them. There's nothing Greek about Greek yogurt. It's just strained regular yogurt. So then I put some in there. Make sure it's level. And what happens is the whey drains down. You can see it dripping down into there right now. And in a few hours it'll become dry. And then so I put all this in the refrigerator. The lid back on. I have a place in the refrigerator where I put this. I have a plate on the shelf. And I put the yogurt on that plate so that it doesn't drip everywhere, because inadvertently you'll get some that drips down and you make a mess on your shelf and you have to clean it. So that way I don't have to clean it as much. Put a paper towel down too. This is the other container I use. I got some yogurt from before. What I do is when that's done straining, I put it in this container, and that's my strained yogurt. It's nice and thick. Show you that. See how thick that is? That's very thick. That's my yogurt. Greek yogurt. Yogurt cheese. That is tasty. And if you want a real treat, instead of making it with skim milk, use whole fat milk. Whole fat yogurt cheese or Greek yogurt is delicious. Oh, I don't put that in there. Take it out. This goes in the refrigerator. Everything goes in the refrigerator now. Nothing stays on the counter. So the container of yogurt, the strained yogurt, and the container of the strained yogurt. And when I get done straining the yogurt, this fills up with whey, and then you can drink that for protein. I give it to my husband. He mixes it for a drink. Okay, so there you go, yogurt cheese.